Hello, children. Welcome you all to ninth standard English class. In the last class, I had begun a lesson, The Storyteller, written by H. Munro, who is famous by his pen name Saki. First, we'll recollect the previous part of the story. Aunt was traveling in a train along with the two niece and one nephew, and a bachelor was their companion in the compartment. Children were asking several questions to the aunt, for which the aunt was unable to give a suitable answer to these questions. The smaller girl was busy reciting the first line of the poem, On the Road to Mandalay, on the Road to Mandalay, and she was busy with it. Aunt, who was frustrated with the childish questions of these children, decided to tell them a story. Open your textbook, page number 145, children, and follow as I read. Come over here and listen to a story, said the aunt, when the bachelor had looked twice at her and once at the communication cord. The children moved listlessly towards the aunt's end of the carriage. Evidently, her reputation as a storyteller did not rank high in their estimation. In a low, confidential voice, interrupted at frequent intervals by loud, petulant questioning from her listeners. She began an unenterprising and deplorably uninteresting story about a little girl who was good and made friends with everyone on account of her goodness, and was finally saved from a mad bull by a number of rescuers who admired a moral character. Wouldn't they have saved her if she had not been good? Demanded the bigger of small girls. It was exactly the question that the bachelor had wanted to ask. Well, yes, admitted the aunt lamely. But I don't think they would have run quite so fast to her to help if they had not liked her too much. It is the stupidest story I have ever heard, said the bigger of the small girls with immense conviction. I didn't listen after the first bit. It was so stupid, said Cyril. The smaller girl made no actual comment on the story, but she had long ago recommenced a murmured repetition of her favorite line. You don't seem to be a success as a storyteller, said the bachelor suddenly from his corner. Aunt decided to tell a story so that they would sit quiet. She started telling a story about a girl who was good and made friends with everyone. One day, she was attacked by a mad bull, and people saved her because of her goodness. Bigger girl had a doubt that if she wasn't good, whether the people wouldn't have saved her, for which Aunt stated that there would be quick response from the people. Cyril also did not like the story and declared that it was so stupid. Smaller girl was busy in singing. Which is the song, children? Yes, On the Road to Mandalay. Bachelor, who was listening the story, exclaimed that the aunt was not success as a storyteller. Moving on to the next part of the lesson. The aunt bristled in instant defense at this unexpected attack. It's a very difficult thing to tell stories that children can both understand and appreciate, she said stiffly. I don't agree with you, said that bachelor. Perhaps you would like to tell them a story, was the aunt's retort. Tell us a story, demanded the bigger of small girls. Once upon a time, began the bachelor, there was a little girl called Bertha who was extraordinarily good. The children's momentarily aroused interest began at once to flicker. All stories seemed dreadfully alike, no matter who told them. She did all that she was told. She was always truthful. She kept her clothes clean, ate milk puddings as though they were jam tarts, learned the lessons perfectly, and was polite in her manners. New words are bristled, be in a state of movement or action. Second one, retort, which means angry reply. When the bachelor remarked that the aunt was not success as a storyteller, she was taken aback by this unexpected attack and said stiffly that it was difficult to tell such a story to children which they can understand as well as appreciate, for which the bachelor did not agree. Aunt, who felt insulted, insisted the bachelor to tell a story to children. Bigger or small girls also demanded the bachelor to tell them a story. Bachelor began a story saying, once upon a time, listening this, children who were eager to listen to the story started losing interest, as it would be same type of a story what aunt used to say. Bachelor continued the story stating that there was a girl called Bertha who was extraordinarily good, wore clean clothes, learnt her lessons perfectly, was happy with what she had. Was she pretty? Asked the bigger of the small girls. Not as pretty as any of you, said the bachelor, but she was horribly good. There was a wave of reaction in favor of the story. The word horrible in connection with goodness was a novelty that commended itself. It seemed to introduce a ring of truth that was absent from the aunt's tales of infant life. She was so good, continued the bachelor, that she won several medals for goodness, which she always wore pinned on to her dress. There was a medal for obedience, another medal for punctuality, and a third one for good behavior. They were large metal medals and they clinked against one another as she walked. No other child in the town where she lived had as many as three medals. So everybody knew that she must be an extra good child. Horribly good, quoted Cyril. Bigger girl was curious to know whether she was pretty. Bachelor, to keep children attentive, praises bigger girl that Bertha was not as pretty as bigger girl, but she was horribly good. The word horribly good created a wave of reaction in the minds of the children. How could the word horrible be connected with goodness? Bachelor continued the story that she had won three medals which she had pinned on her dress. They were one for obedience, another for punctuality, and third one for good behavior. No other child in the town were having so many medals. So everybody knew that she must be extra good child. Cyril quotes, horribly good. I'll continue the next part of the lesson in the next class, children. Assignment for the day. First one. Who saved the little girl in the aunt's story? Second. What remark of the bachelor story created a wave of reaction in favor of the story? Thank you, children. Have a good day.